How's it going? Happy holidays. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Um, I kind of want to share with you why I dislike Jackie Singh. I, 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 I have a real problem with her. I'll be honest with you. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Patrick. I don't really like hate Patrick or anything like that. I think Patrick, his all of his issues come from the fact that like something traumatic happened to him when he was really young, and he's never really come to terms with it, which is why he lashes out at people online, doesn't know how to talk to people. Like, um, at the end of the day, the only person that makes Patrick miserable is Patrick. Whereas for somebody like Jackie, I tend to have a much more negative view. And I think this is because I work in the engineering world, in the tech world kind of thing. There's a lot of us out there that have to deal with a tremendous amount of BS. I have lost track the number of people who arguably are intelligent that have tried to convince me that like free energy is a thing or that 9/11 was an inside job kind of thing. And they have all these different theories. And as an engineer, I've tried to explain to them how like it's kind of BS. And ultimately, it comes down to there's somebody out there that's a grifter who's trying to make money off of whatever, and they're the underlying cause of the confusion and the misrepresentation of stuff. So I saw a tweet by this Jeremy Fitzetti guy to Jackie, basically saying like he was trying to be proactive and nice to Jackie. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think like for any reason like he's a fake person kind of thing. And I kind of chimed in. It's like, well, and this is like my underlying thing. This is the general thing I say to anyone. Because again, I deal with a lot, I run into a lot of people that try to sell free energy. Free energy is probably the biggest thing I run into as a mechanical slash electrical engineer. And again, I'm not trying to say this to upsell myself and to imply that I'm more knowledgeable than people. My world started off with the mechanical engineering world. That's where I got my BS. Then my MS, my first MS was in electrical engineering. Second MS, I got over in France. It's power system. It takes a little bit more time to explain, kind of thing. But like I am somebody that has a lot of training and skill when it comes to relatively simple principles. Like I can explain a capacitor, how a capacitor relates to like say a spring kind of thing. I can do all that because that's kind of like my ballywick, so to speak. And I run into a lot of people that try to take advantage of less aware individuals about things. And so I kind of just chimed in. It's like, well, Jeremy, and this is 100% true what I said. She has a GED. That is the highest level of education that Jackie has. No more, no less. Doesn't mean she's a bad person by having that level of education. It is a level of education that you should question when she acts like an expertise in anything. And on top of this, it's not just her level of education. She has no professional quals. She has no professional quals, and she's never worked for any company in this industry as an infosec. But and again, it's one of those things. Like it literally makes me want to punch a wall because it's like infosec. This is the kind of movie inspired BS. Like you don't. It's almost like she's trying to claim I'm an infosec warrior. It's like what the frick is that? What does that mean? Like that's not a qualification. That's not a position of authority. That's not like a position at a company kind of thing. And again, what I say here is absolutely 100% accurate. Her level of training that is provable consists of her being a wheeled vehicle mechanic in the Army. That's the only thing that I have evidence of. No more, no less. And of course, Jeremy chimes in. I don't know if any of this is true, but I will say it sounds more like a personal attack than a playful troll. I don't think I'm being a playful troll here. I think I'm legitimately stating, like, hey, man, when you chime in on this individual and advise her to do something, Jackie doesn't understand this original statement. Like, doesn't, because that is the limit of what her experience is. For somebody like Jackie, she had two options when she got out of the military, or whenever she decided to invent herself as this guru when it comes to personal information and personal security, network security, what have you. Hacking, quote unquote hacking kind of thing. She had two options. Option one, get education, get experience, get a job, get quals, get certs, get all of this, which takes a long period of time, and then eventually she could sell herself off as like this expert that she could basically run a GoFundMe, get expertise, and so on. Da 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 da. That takes a tremendous amount of time. On top of this, and it's the same reason why I do not have a podcast or I don't have a GoFundMe kind of thing. The reason I don't have this is because for me to go to a full-time podcaster kind of thing, I would have to clear roughly around $280,000 a year before I could even break even from what my job currently is. This is probably arguably the biggest reason why there is so much information about the tech world on the internet. It's one of those things that's like a brain surgeon doesn't have a podcast about being a brain surgeon because it takes away from them being a brain surgeon. They make more money as a brain surgeon. It's the same thing with this. What Jackie's trying to sell herself as. It's bullshit. It's utter bullshit. She would find herself making more money as somebody in information security than she would trying to sell herself as some kind of tech guru. So that's option A. Option B, you just fake it till you make it. You basically fake, you know what you're talking about until eventually you land a whale and you rip that person off. And that's what Jackie's currently doing. It's all bullshit. She doesn't know anything that she's talking about. She's spouting off gibberish. This is like that old 80s movie Hackers with Angelina Jolie. I think it was 80s, maybe 90s, 2000s. I'm not sure. It's all BS. But like this is all Hollywood magic kind of thing. So like I have this on my YouTube. And this is a video that Jackie put out on Twitter to try to sell herself as an expert. And she got a lot of grief for this. And she immediately deleted it because it came off really, really bad. What this video actually is the equivalent of a Nigerian email scheme, only they don't have the spelling errors. Like people get confused by this. Like, why are these email schemes so over the top bad? The reason they're so over the top bad is they are filtering out non-morons, basically. They're basically filtering out people that can read a sentence. And they're hoping the only people that will respond are people so goddamn stupid that it would fall into their trap. And this is what this is right here. This is not for the average person that uses the internet. I hope the audio is playing. I think maybe it's not playing. I could be wrong. I think, I'm not sure if the audio was playing, but the whole gist of this is not for the average internet user. This is for scared old people, the people that Jackie wants to rip off. She's got a machine, and that machine makes a scary noise. And what Jackie's trying to advertise is, you hear this? That's a scary noise. That's a scary noise. That scary noise is caused by fill in the blank. Like, Jackie's not going to fill in the blank. That's your job as the patsy. Like, you just, whatever it is. Your job that you don't like, well, that's that scary noise. You're retired, that's the government. Whether you're conservative or liberal, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, what you're afraid of. Your kids and your grandkids no longer talk to you. That's a scary noise. That's what that scary noise is. And I, myself, Jackie, I can make that scary noise go away. That's what that is. Give me money. I'll make that scary noise go away. I have this foo-foo bullshit machine that I'll tell you that there's a scary noise. I will make it go away. It's a scam. 100% a scam. She cannot do any of the stuff that she claims. This is all woo. This is bullshit. This is Scientology. This is all kinds of mid-level marketing scams and stuff like that. That is what she's selling. This is what bothers me more about her than, say, Patrick Tomlinson. Patrick makes himself miserable. This is a woman that is trying to rip off isolated, scared, confused old people. It's like no different than like, buy gold now, buy gold, the dollar's going to collapse. In the very next commercial, you got unused gold? Sell it for cash. It's basically that. She's going to reinvent herself every single time. I tell you this right now, if Trump loses the next election, all of a sudden she's a QAnoner again. She's going to keep flipping back and forth, back and forth. Whatever the group that is scared and terrified, she's going to be your hero. Buy now, buy now. Donate to my GoFundMe. Give me money, 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 money. Eventually, Jackie's going to land her whale. She will land the whale. It will happen. It will absolutely happen. She is going to obliterate some old person that has a little bit of money and destroy their life. Because that's what these grifters do. She don't like it when somebody points it out. Really don't like it. Check out my pinned tweet. Let's check out the pinned tweet. Why have trolls been attacking me since April? And why have these same trolls been attacking Selfie Geef for years? And it's a keynote speech. Keynote speech to a presentation that she gave. She did not write those slides. I know this from experience. Real quick, Jackie has never been invited to be a keynote speaker. She says she was not. She invited herself. When you go to these kind of conferences, there's 3 levels of people. There are the keynote speakers that are invited. They pay for everything and they give you money. That's not Jackie. And then there are the people that know what they're talking about. They won't pay you to show up, but they will give you cash. They will give you the money to pay for your housing, your hotel room, your travel expenses, your food. That's me. I've done that numerous times. And then the third rank are the people where they just need to fill up time. They've got an open podium just for whatever the hell you want to talk about. You got to pay your way to get there. We'll give you the podium time. That's Jackie. That is Jackie. She's never been the first or the second group. I'll tell you this right now, because she has no education. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Secondly, I am 100% certain that she ripped off somebody else's presentation and work. I've been a part of this, where I got invited to the IFFF one year to be a speaker. Again, I wasn't paid to go there. However, I had all my hotel room, my travel, my rental car, everything paid for. And I gave a presentation. I am not going to go into detail what I presented because if I did, Jackie could try to track me down and Jackie would try to ruin me. Because again, she's a scammer, and this is how scammers respond to things. 3 years later, I went back to an IEEE conference. I don't go to these things normally. I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. And an employee for our company, my company, this is a kid that's like 20 years younger than me, gives a presentation. And since I was there, I observed this. This presentation was pretty much 70% of my presentation. Somebody had given him my slides. And he changed the font, he changed the delivery a little bit, and so and I ended up talking to the guy, and I'm like, good presentation. And the kid's like, yeah, you like it? Yeah, I did. I wrote it. And I said to him, like, don't ever do this again. You do this again, you're going to get bopped on the nose. Boop. And I didn't mean like a bop on the nose like I was going to punch him. I was like, if you keep doing this, it's going to blow up in your face. Like, don't take other people's work. And you can usually tell when this is happening, and that's the vibe that I got with Jackie. I don't think Jackie, the way her presentation was, it didn't feel like her own slides. It didn't feel like it was in her own words. I'm not exactly sure about this 100%. It didn't feel really organic kind of thing. And of course, IEEE is a much bigger deal than the OWASP. Oh my God, OWASP. I'm not even sure what that acronym is, but OWASP, oof, that's a rough acronym, OWASP. But again, this has nothing to do, none of this has anything to do with the fact that I identified that she doesn't have any formal education, she doesn't have any formal training, and she doesn't have a work history. And she links to, like, go ahead, look at my pinned tweet. My pinned tweet fixes all of this. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't address anything that I fucking said. And it's true. This is a woman that will eventually rip somebody off for a lot of money. And she's going to destroy people's lives. She's going to destroy somebody close to retirement. She's going to rip off a lot of money from somebody. And she will not give a shit. She won't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, the money's going to be gone. She's going to blow it on stupid shit. She's going to blow it all on stupid shit. And what will happen is the family of the elderly person that she ripped off will get nothing. They could try to sue her. How do you sue somebody that doesn't have any money? She's a predator. She's absolutely a freaking predator. This is the kind of person that just rips off old people and ignorant people and so on. Just an utter scumbag. I kind of made this because somebody retweeted something, like my original tweet to Jackie. I think somebody retweeted this, and I kind of felt the need to expound upon it. I know Jackie seems to think that I'm some alt-right hideous troll. I will say this, if you want to compare my internet history with Jackie, you will not find the misogynistic, racist, homophobic language on my Twitter account, or my social media history, than you'll see on Jackie. And again, unlike Jackie, I'm educated. I have a job. I have qualifications. I've worked on mega projects all over the world. I'm not a scammer. That's 100% what Jackie is. And this is what I don't like about her, because she's going to destroy some innocent person's life. Y'all take care. Ciao.